Appoint a needy person to recite the Holy Quran on your behalf or the behalf of a loved one. For more information, visit us at www.ramadanforyou.com.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Sayyida Ruqayya, and in today's Quranic Cuisine, I'll be showing you how to make homemade chocolate bars. Bounty is one of the favorite chocolate bars, and so I'm going to be showing you how to make a homemade Bounty bar with just 4 ingredients. The other good thing about making this recipe at home is that you can adjust the amount of sugar that you want in the recipe to give it more sweet or less sweet flavour, depending on your taste buds. Allah says in the Holy Quran that He has provided us with good things and food so that we should enjoy them, but of course in moderation. So the main ingredient we're going to be using in this recipe is coconut. Coconut has a high energy and it's a building block for growing infants. It's also very good for those with high energy needs and keeps you going throughout the day. Okay, so the main ingredients we're going to be using are desiccated coconut, and you get the unsweetened type and you get the sweetened type. In this recipe we're going to be using the unsweetened type. The next ingredient we'll be adding is icing sugar. The other ingredient is condensed milk. The type of chocolate we'll be using is dark chocolate. Now I prefer to use the darkest type because it contrasts and balances the sweetness of the coconut mixture. Okay, so let's get started. So the first ingredient goes in is the coconut. It's just pour in a bowl. Now I'm going to add the condensed milk first because it's got sugar in it, and so we can taste it and see if we think it's sweet enough, and you can adjust the amount of sugar that you want in the recipe. So just put that in. It's quite a thick gloopy mixture. Okay. Just give it a mix. So it's quite stiff, but it doesn't matter because it will help it set and form bars or squares. So add the sugar. Now you can sieve the icing sugar to make it, because it might have lumps in it, but I just add it in straight away and just press it down with my spoon, and it just rubs in by itself. Okay, so when you have something looking like this, stiff mixture, it's ready to be put into the tin. So we have a tin, small tin, lined with greased baking paper, and it's important it's greased because then it helps you cut the pieces and remove it quicker. So just put it all in. Now depending how thick you want your bars or chunks to be, depends on the size you use for the tin. Just press it down. Okay, so we've pressed it all down and now it's ready to go in the fridge. Here's one I made earlier. Now, as I said before, you can cut it into chunks or bars, whatever you prefer. I'm going to be cutting them into bar shapes. So now we're going to be melting the chocolate, and we're going to be using a double boiler to do that. So what we do is just break up the chocolate into small chunks to help it melt quickly. You can even try it with white chocolate. Might be a bit sweet though, so you can reduce the amount of sugar. And now we're going to place this bowl on a saucepan full of water. Okay, so here we have a pan of water, and now you don't have to have the heat too high, because as long as there's some steam, as you can see, and that steam will melt the chocolate. Okay, so you can see that the chocolate starts melting really quickly, so you need to be here and keep an eye on it. Just give it a stir every now and then, just to help it melt quicker. Okay, so now you can see that the chocolate has melted into a nice smooth velvety texture. You can turn off the heat because you just have to keep stirring it now, and the chocolate will, the last bit, anything remaining will just melt by itself. Okay, so the next bit is quite messy, but it can be quite fun as well. Okay, so grabbing hold of one, just going to pour generous amount of chocolate. And carefully turn it over because you want to go to the other side as well. And pour some chocolate on this side as well. Okay, for the next bit, you want to put them on a plate that's got grease-proof paper on it, because if you put them on anything else, it will set and the chocolate will get stuck to it. Okay, so you want to wait a while till they set. It doesn't take long to set, but you can put them in the refrigerator just to quicken the process. Okay, so when they're set, just put them on a plate like this. I'm just going to cut one to show you what it's like inside. Here you have your homemade bounty bars. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
For more information on ways you can make the most of your Ramadan this year, visit us at www.ramadanforyou.com.